Hello, hello. Welcome to RLM Herbal Ideals, where we take a holistic approach for optimal health. So, I've got myself reset up and I am going to start cleaning up my yard. So, the first thing I want to do is all of that basil that I had. Well, what I want to do here is basically just get those and harvest the seeds. Let me get my clippers here. Some of it I might pull up, and some things I just might let the work do the work, let Mother Nature do its thing. But some things I'm just going to clip up. Unfortunately, I lost my pineapple. They were big and beautiful, and that freeze just like wiped them out. So I lost my pineapple. But right now, I'm going to harvest my seeds from my basil. So if anybody wants some basil seeds, let me know. So let's see, that was a tomato plant. That was a tomato. So this is my basil. And basically what I do with these, um, sometimes I'll clip depending on where it is, right? And basically all I do is I take the stems, and where I see that there was a cluster, I'll basically just pull this off in my hand and put it in the bag. Now this is a very proliferative basil, um, just so that you understand. Oh, you missed that. So basically what I do is pull it off. I'm going to go stand behind there so you can see me. So what I generally do is I just take this, a stem. Now some people will put it in the bag and pull it from the bag. And you know what, guys? Even though it's dry and dead, it still smells wonderful. I might, it really does. It really smells wonderful. I tend to like basil tea. So um, here I'm just going to pull my sleeves up a little bit. Just pull and put it in the bag. Once I've done this, I'll just harvest the seeds. Um, I have an herb. Shit. I'll just harvest seeds. I do have an herb grinder that I use for this, and what it essentially does is removes the seeds from the husk, or the little pod, whatever you want to call it. But this is a very hardy bagel. Anything that's basil, whatever is not coming in my hand, it's going to fall into the pot. And in a few weeks, I'll have some sprouts coming up. Like I mentioned, I did lose my pineapple, so I don't know if I'm going to start those. I'm going to try and do that again. It took a couple of years for it to get as big as it did. I was hoping that I would be able to see if it would be willing to put up some fruit. But they were nice and big and hardy. And you might see running around here is my son's dog. Okay. These, once I'm done with them, they're going to end up either in my compost bin, or I just might burn them. Sometimes burning them helps keep bugs away. But basically, this is what I'm doing here. Break these things to get them out my way, because you can see they're really, really dry. Once I'm done with these, I will give you a show what they look like after they've been dehusked. But they're very small, fine seeds. And like I said, these things are very proliferative. They grow like weeds. I planted none of them, absolutely none. At least not last year. My first year, I planted some, and they've been coming back ever since. I've given some to my neighbors. Um, so what can you do with basil? Well, first, everybody knows it makes a great, great, great flavoring for food and seasonings. But one of the things I like to do, I like to make a tea out of it. It's very calming. It is in the mint family. It has antimicrobial properties, anti-inflammatory properties. Um, it has really good, really, really good vitamin and mineral retention in it. So it's similar to peppermint because, again, it is in the mint family. Um, but I tell you, this stuff, it's really delicious as a tea. I don't know, sometimes I think it even helps with my allergies, but I'm not going to make that claim. Maybe it's just calming the inflammation in my sinuses to help it get away with that. Okay, this is about all I'm going to do for this right now. One of the other things I wanted to show you is that the turmeric that I harvested before the freeze, and I also have put a piece of ginger in a pot here. And it's sprouting. I thought I buried it, but somehow it's puffed up. But let me let you see this. Okay. And let's see, and down. Okay, so that's a ginger that I planted, and I could swear I put it under the dirt, but somehow it's up. I don't know if it was a critter or something tried to get in here, but that's a ginger, and it's getting ready to come up, which I'm really happy about. And now we're going to come over here to the pot where I had the turmeric. Let me see if I can get this angled down for you. Or maybe I'll change the view. How about I do that? I change the view. That'll make it a little bit easier. There, that's perfect. And I am going to step onto the other side, something I learned from the last time around. So for this, as I get around here, I will be putting on some gloves again because I have to cook dinner later. So I have these pieces of a pet bed that I just need to use to weigh the newspaper down so that these were tomatoes, so that the wind did not blow the newspaper away that was insulating the turmeric. It gets pretty windy out here in southeast Houston. So I'm waking people up. Look at the roller bugs. So the newspaper is going to go away. And I think I'm just going to put that down there. And then I think I'm going to put this in my compost bin. So I'm hoping you can see this. And here we have some moist, rich. I'm not taking all of it. The stuff that looks like it's starting to go, I'm just going to leave that to help it recover itself. So this is gone. And now that hopefully the weather is getting warmer, basically what we hope, I got a nub. I'm not going to disturb it too much. Um, the plan is that now that it's going to have some exposure to the sun, it will be able to start its spring thing. We've got a lot of, so, which I don't think you can see these, but there are a lot of little roller bugs in here and other little creepy crawlies, which is good. So if you have what you're supposed to have in your soil, you have a great ecosystem going on here. Okay, so um, straighten that out. Let's see what's next. What's next? What's next? Um, put this in my compost bin. I'll be right back. On my way back. I'll probably be doing some editing for these things. And let's take a look at these. Um, I'm kind of a little late with these. Do you know what these are? These are garlic. So unfortunately, I let it go to bloom, but that's okay because these are still quite useful. They're quite useful. Did you ever know that a garlic bloom looks like that? Look how tall that one is. I'm going to get these out of here. What they are is, again, basil that found its way. Whoops. It's our basil that found its way into my garden. I think I need a lot of water today. So I'm trying to pull these out without really disturbing. Again, pods. I'll get those later. Without disturbing too much of the root structure of my garlic. Now, some people will do this after they've watered. Which is fine. It's up to you to do your yard how you do your yard. And I think I need to till this a little bit. More basil, more basil, more basil. See, and again, I didn't plant this. They just came up. Spread by some wind, spread by some bugs, birds, bees. Don't know. And see, and let me pull this. This little thing right here, that is a basil seedling. This little thing here with the leaves on it. Coming up already. I didn't plant this. The other stuff, yes. But I tell you what they did do is they helped keep the bugs out of this. So I didn't have anything getting in here trying to pull up my bulbs. No squirrels, no birds, nothing. When I lived in Pennsylvania, if it was a bulb, I had a bug trying to get to it. So, and there you want to see, so here I want to show you, this is oregano. Now I thought that they were killed off. Let me go around. I thought that the freeze had killed them off, but to my surprise, they came back. And again, pulling out this, pulling these out. This is one of those situations where you want to cut instead of pull up, because oregano has some very shallow roots, and if I pull them up, I'll pull up a plant, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to die, because they're coming back quite nicely. Isn't this beautiful? You should, I wish you could smell it. I also have some darn clover over here, which I really don't want in this. But they are soft enough that I can pull these up. And I have a whole slew of basil back here. That I'm going to clean up. And these are chives. I planted those once and they've come back every year. I probably will pull some out and put them in their own pot, and then just let the oregano have this, and it can spread all it wants to. Because I do use oregano a lot. I do tinctures with oregano. I do oil infusions with oregano. And oregano is one of those things that I use to make something for cold sores and viral syndromes, I'll say. You know, when you have something that's not bacterial, and chances are it's viral. I accidentally pulled up some here. But, you know, this is what you do when you clean up your yard, you know. Clean up your pots for things that you don't really want in them. So you get rid of them. Quick and in a hurry. And these here, this is the clover. That I don't want, because it will compete with my oregano. And these I go down and pull up from the base to try and get as much as the root as possible. They do act like dandelions and they grow right back. So get these out of here. You got out of here. No clover, no clover, no clover. But the oregano smells amazing as well. Absolutely amazing. I don't think you actually can appreciate the flavor that oregano has unless you actually have some fresh from somewhere. It could be fresh from what you get in the store, but it's even better when you grow it yourself. There's no hormones in it. There's no rooting compound in it. And you get that full, fresh flavor of it. And that's honestly quite amazing. I love it. I love it. I use a combination of thyme, oregano, and either coconut or sweet almond oil to make a preparation for cold sores and fever blisters. Those are caused by viruses, and it is that oil infusion is absolutely amazing, with one, stopping the pain, and two, helping it heal faster. And honestly, I think it heals faster than the stuff you buy in the store. I'm not gonna mention any commercial names because I don't want anyone coming after me, but I think it works better than that stuff you buy in the store. So I'm going to continue cleaning this up. I'm not going to sit up here and have you watch me do all of this, but I'm going to finish cleaning this up. and I will show you a finished product. Um, and then we'll go from there because I got a lot of grasses and other things growing in here, and I want to top off my pots with something to help them rejuvenate from the winter. So that with that, I would like to say thank you, and um, I would like to say thank you for joining me. And this was my first ever live. I know that um, it is my first, and it's rough, and it's spaces, and it's hard. But you know what? I don't care. My point is showing you what I'm doing, and anybody can do it. It doesn't matter. You see, I've got garlic, I've got oregano, I've got chives, I have my turmeric that I have prepared for coming up this spring. I thought that I may have harvested again, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to leave you with a view of my lemon. Okay, it's already in bloom, so enjoy. So there are my lemons. It's already in bloom. Be blessed and have an amazing day.